Mick Mulvaney flip-flops on Ukraine. Mark Zuckerberg thinks Warren sucks, but Silicon Valley still has love for E-dubs. It's not like it's rocket science. Oh, wait, maybe it is. The first all-woman spacewalk happened today. I'm Jamal Simmons. Here's why you should care. White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney went off script with the rest of the White House team on Ukraine messaging yesterday after weeks of President Trump and several other White House officials denying the administration threatened to withhold military funds from Ukraine in exchange for their cooperation in a political probe related to 2016 elections. Mulvaney went in the opposite direction during a press conference on Thursday.
Did he also mention to me in the past the corruption related to the DNC server? Absolutely. No question about that. But that's it. And that's why we held up the money. We do that all the time with foreign policy. We were holding up money at the same time for, the Northern Triangle countries. We were holding up aid at the Northern Triangle countries so that they would change their policies on immigration. And I have news for everybody. Get over it. There's going to be political influence in foreign policy.
But check this out. Just a few hours later, Mulvaney attempted to walk back his comments in a statement. He wrote, "There was absolutely no quid pro quo between Ukrainian military aid and any investigation into the 2016 election." And in true Trump administration fashion, Mulvaney blamed the media for twisting his words. Now remember what I said, 20 seconds ago? He made his comments on live TV. President Trump only said that he had heard Mulvaney did a very nice job. Okay, so why should you care? Mulvaney may have tried to save face in that flip-flop, but according to reports, sources close to the White House and Trump's campaign acknowledged this was problematic. I was gonna say that the White House has struggled to tighten up its messaging, but that's hiding the ball. The White House needs to get some messaging, get their story straight. Whatever it is, this back and forth is just giving fodder to investigators and prosecutors. The only people who haven't seemed dumbfounded are Republicans on Capitol Hill. For someone who's built her campaign on reining in big corporations and in this case busting up tech giants, Elizabeth Warren doesn't seem to have a problem taking big bucks from them. A closer look at the candidate's Q3 fundraising shows Warren raked in $150,000 from employees of Amazon, Facebook, Apple, and others. That's more than any other Democratic candidate. It seems counterintuitive given Warren's not only called for the splitting up of these big Silicon Valley companies, she issued a plan to do so earlier this year. The Massachusetts senator says they stifle innovation, but apparently that hasn't stopped the technorati from pouring in big bucks for E-dub. Just this week, Warren announced she's not taking contributions over $200 from tech executives and investors. While tech is embracing Warren, their enthusiasm is low for Joe Biden. He only brought in $30,000 from the same companies that donated to Warren's camp. Mayor Pete Buttigieg is also on Biden's fundraising heels. Not only did he have a good showing at the 4th Democratic debate this week, but he also is ahead of the former vice president in the money race with $23 million in the bank compared to Biden's $9. Buttigieg raised over $100,000 from the Silicon Valley crowd in Q3, by the way. Why you should care? If we look at the big picture, it seems like Biden is left in the dust on the fundraising front. The upside for his camp is he's still ahead of everybody else in the polls. Back to tech, Warren is enjoying the boost, but her street cred as being tough on tech could be in question if people start to think she's cashing in and cozying up to the tech giants. It's Friday, so we've got some wildcard stories for you guys. First up, after a white police officer tragically killed Tatiana, an African-American woman who was in the comfort of her own home in Fort Worth, Texas, basketball player Harrison Barnes came forward to help cover the funeral costs. The Sacramento Kings forward Harrison Barnes, who previously played for the Dallas Mavericks, joined forces with Philadelphia Eagles defensive tackle Malik Jackson to help take some of the burden off of the grief-stricken family. Harrison may have left Texas, but he didn't leave his Lone Star State love for fellow Texans behind. Why you should care. The African-American community in Fort Worth and the rest of the country has been shaken. Apprehension about having to call the police, even in cases of emergency, have deepened even further. Good community relations with law enforcement has been a struggle for years. We can do better. We have to do better. Another wild card on deck. The first female spacewalk finally took place today. NASA astronauts Jessica Meyer and Christina Koch began their spacewalk at 7:38 this morning when their spacesuits were activated. It was set to last about 5 to 6 hours. Remember this story? Their spacewalk was originally set for March, but it was rescheduled when, shockingly, one of the spacesuits didn't fit properly. They only had a suit for one woman. This will be Koch's 4th time roaming through space and Meyer's 1st. We should all care about this story. Women are shattering glass ceilings all over the place. Senators, CEOs, maybe even a president. Clearly, the sky is not the limit. Thanks for watching Hill TV on YouTube. Be sure to click subscribe and hit the bell so you know when we post new videos. And head to thehill.com for all the latest political news.